The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Miss Lutilapon Didem.
Chapter 18. How could you be so noble? There was something about Aunt Polly's manner when she kissed Tom that swept away his feeling of depression. He set off for school and had the luck to meet Becky Thatcher. When he was happy, he could never be angry with everyone, and so he said, "Becky, I behaved very badly today, and I'm sorry. Let's us be friends." The girl stopped and looked him scornfully in the face. "Please don't speak to me, Mr. Thomas Sawyer." He held up her hands proudly and pressed on. Tom was stunned. He presently saw her in the schoolyard and made a stinging remark. She fired one in return and could hardly wait for school to begin. So impatient was she to see Tom punished for the damaged spelling book. Poor girl, she did not know that she would soon be in trouble herself. The teacher, Mr. Dobbins, has reached middle age with an unsatisfied ambition. The goal of his desire was to be a doctor, but fate has arranged that he should be nothing higher than a village schoolmaster. Every day he took a mystery book out of his desk and studied it at time. Every puppy in the school was longing to have a look at it, but the chance never came. Now, as Becky was passing by the desk, which stood near the door, she noticed that the key was in the loop. It was a precious moment. She glanced round, found herself alone, and the next instant she had the book in her. She noted that it was possessed somebody else and deceived, and began to turn the page. At that moment a shadow fell on the page, and Tom Sawyer surged in at the door. Becky snatched at the book to cross it, and had the misfortune to tear page. She tossed the book into the desk, turned the key, and burst out crying with shame and annoyance. "Tom Sawyer, how could you be so heartless, creeping up to see what one looking at? How could I know that you were looking at anything? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know that you are going to tell the teacher about me. And oh, what shall I do? I be punished, and I have never been punished in school." And she rushed out of the classroom in a storm of tears. In a few moments the teacher arrived, and lesson began. Soon the spelling book discovered was mad. Becky thought for a moment of telling about Alfred Temple, but she forced herself to keep quiet because she said to herself, "He tell about me tearing the book. I wouldn't say a word, not even to save his life." Tom took his punishment and went back to his cell, not at all broken heart, for he thought that he might have upset the ink on the spelling book himself. A whole hour passed by. Then Mr. Double looked at his desk and reached for his book, but seemed undecided whether to take it out or leave it. Most of the puppies glanced up idly but there were two who watched his movements closely. Mr. Dobbin fingered his book thoughtfully for a time, then took it out and settled himself in his chair to read. Tom glanced at Becky. The anxious expression on her face made him forget his quarrel with her. Quick, something must be done. He was blunt and snatched the book, spring toward the door and fly. But he hesitated. His chance was lost. The teacher had opened the book. The next moment he faced the school. His progress made even the innocent tremble. There was a silence while one might count. Then he spoke. How tall his book? There was not a sound. One could have heard a pin drop. The treasure searched face after face for sight of quiet. Benjamin Roger, did you tear this book? Daniel, another pause. Joseph Harper, did you? Another Daniel. Tom, and isn't it? You asked the teacher, examined the row of boys, considered for a moment, and then turned to the girl. Amy Lawrence, a check of the head. Gracie Miller, the same size. Susan Harper, did you do it? Another negative. The next girl was Becky Thatcher. Tom was trembling from head to foot with excitement and a sense of the hopelessness of the situation. Rebecca Thatcher. Tom glanced at her face. It was white with terror. Did you tear? No. Look me in the face. Did you tear his book? A thought shot like lightning through Tom's brain. He sprang to his feet and shouted, I did it. The puppy stared astonished at Tom's foolishness when he stepped forward to his punishment. The surprise, the gratitude, the worship that shone upon him out of Becky's eyes seemed reward now for 100 whipping. He took without a murmur the most severe punishment that even Mr. Dobbin had ever given. Tom went to bed that night planning events against Alfred Temple, for Becky had told him all. But even the longing for revenge had to give way soon to pleasanter thought, and he fell asleep at last with Becky was still in his ear. Tom, how could you be so noble?